Are you ready to create the business you've been dreaming of? Ignite your business goals, fine-tune your existing business, or make your new dream business become a reality. Whether you want to change the world, invent an incredible product, take on the business brand, inspire people, take your business global, or start a movement, it is time to get started. This book is the essential guide for people who are serious about following their calling to create the business they've been waiting for and know that they have the potential and determination to do it. Combining the inspirational stories and expert business advice of 24 business leaders, this book shares the life-changing power of what can happen when you ignite the fire in your heart. Hi, I'm Maryann. I'm the founder of Missy M Sweets and Reach Her Inc. I was born in Taiwan and migrated to Perth when I was 10. I'm a qualified engineer. I've been raised in a family of generational entrepreneurs, and I grew up with a cultural expectation to become a highly skilled, white-collar professional. But I think deep down, it wasn't my purpose. The pivotal moment was having worked in the corporate world for 15 years. I had my son and become a full-time stay-at-home mother for 6 years until he went to school full-time. I was exploring my options, and this was during the pandemic. So I started baking. I thought maybe I could start my business from home and still do pickups and drop-offs for my son. As a self-taught baker without any prior business experience, I set out to find a mentor via the Global Sisters Network. I completed my sister's school and provided batch samples to my school mums, and this helped build my confidence. Missy M Sweets was launched in 2020. It's a homemade, small batch, preservative-free bakery that offers decadent cookies and brownies and customized dessert gift boxes for locals in Perth. We also ship our dessert gift boxes nationally across Australia. Like any small business owner, I wore a lot of hats. It grew step by step. It certainly didn't happen overnight. It was through a lot of trials, error, hard work, and perseverance. I wanted to create a baking business that has a purpose of helping women. It's about creating opportunities for migrants and marginalized women. In August last year, I launched Reach Her Inc., which is a not-for-profit organization aiming to support and empower women from diverse backgrounds. Through our education and training programs, we'll be able to help them gain an entry into employment. So my chapter in the Ignite book, From a Full-Time Stay-at-Home Mother to a Founder of 2 Ventures, was really about my journey as an entrepreneur, my personal story about growing up and defining my dream, and the courage to pursue my dream of starting my own business. I also talk about the challenges I had of running my own business, the burnt out, the fear, the imposter syndrome. I think it is important to share your struggles and challenges. We often see business owners being very successful, but we don't hear the struggles and challenges that they have to face to achieve that success. I also share some of my business tips and lessons I've learned from running my own business to encourage those people who are serious about following their calling to create the business they've been waiting for and know that they have the potential and determination to do it. So here's a reading from a full-time stay-at-home mother to a founder of 2 ventures. Learn to outsource to avoid burnt out. Like many bootstrap entrepreneurs, for the first 2 years of my business, I did everything by myself. I wore all the hats, making sales, baking, delivery, stock taking, purchasing, scheduling, website updates, and the list goes on. Eventually, I reached breaking point. It was impossible to keep up with the demands on my time. I knew I had to hire help, but was terrified to make that decision. I find it hard to delegate, but I had a critical choice to make. Either stay in my comfort zone and keep doing everything by myself and reach burnout, or start outsourcing. My next move was clear. It was time to start living what I call the growth zone. Otherwise, it was impossible to move beyond the level I was at. The first thing was to outsource the tasks not in my zone of genius, administration and repetitive baking tasks. This would then free up time for me to pursue the strategies to grow my business. Going outside your comfort zone and returning to your why in your business. After 2 years of running my baking business, it was going great. However, something was missing. Here's the truth. I love what I do. It's part of my DNA. It's creative, exciting, and fulfilling. I get to come up with new dessert recipes and see them enjoyed by many customers. But I realized deep down, even though I was achieving all my personal and financial goals in running the baking business, there was more to it. I had to get back to my why. Ultimately, I wanted to make an impact on women's lives, and I believe it was my calling and purpose to be put on this earth. I didn't know how to incorporate this moment into my baking business. One day as I was driving, I realized, why not create a second venture to cater for the social impact for these women? I started doing my research, and then I founded Reach Her Inc., a not-for-profit organization. Creating and developing a business is not a short sprint, but a marathon. You must be able to sustain yourself to avoid burnt out. Don't be afraid of the ups and downs. Prepare creative ways to deal with and learn from them. Sometimes you will take a step forward and a few steps back. Cultivate your patience. You will make mistakes along the way, as business is always filled with challenges, and the best teacher is experience. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the better you'll be in running your business. Making mistakes teaches you what not to do next time. It allows you to think outside the box and be more open-minded in doing things differently. Sticking to the tried and tested will only keep you in your comfort zone. I've seen how no one ever achieved real success by avoiding taking risks. What works for others might not work for you. So don't be afraid to try new things. Let yourself try. Let yourself fail. True failure only happens when you stop trying. I wish you every success in whatever you do in your life. Do it with a purpose and passion.